Marcia, and David's here. I want to apologize for David because we both made a video a couple days ago, and we were going to post it. In fact, I was halfway through editing it before getting ready to post it, and found out that I can't post it because what we said on it wasn't going to be true if we posted it, because we had problems with one of his clients, and we was going to talk about that on the video, and then it came through where the guy actually paid us so David can mow. So we can't tell our story on what went wrong or what was going to go wrong if he didn't pay. So, but we did try to talk on there about another client who's giving him a run around on trying to get a job. They're trying to say he needs to have some type of I don't know the abbreviations, DM something, where they keep track of things that might happen when you are through workman's comp from your business. But he don't have employees. He's a sole proprietor. He does everything. He owns the business. He owns the equipment. He mows the lawns from start to finish, no matter how big the lawn is, whether it's residential or commercial. And he does a good job. And he mowed this company that he's having problems with trying to hire him back. He mowed for them either 6 or 7 years, maybe longer. I think 7 years. He would know for a fact, for sure, what it is, because he's the one that actually did it. I can't keep up with him, plus everything I do. It really is a wicked life if I do, because life is not easy to keep up with. But he went ahead, he filled out the application, and he worked there. It took him a while to get hired, and then one day he just said, they're not going to call me back. This is years and years ago when he first started mowing. They're not going to call me back. And then all of a sudden they called. He was so excited and he got the job, Well, then out of the blue, they let him go. I guess they say another company bought him out. And BP gas station bought out the TA Travel Plaza. And there's lots of TA Travel Plazas, but the one we was working for, he got laid off, fired, whatever, and so he didn't get to work there. Just 1 year, which is really stressful when you're used to having that big chunk of money and then all of a sudden it's gone. And we still owed the government money at the end of the year. But he filled out the application, and they say they need this and they need that, and so he went and got the insurance that they wanted, and then they say he has to have this D something quote. So he called the insurance company because he didn't know nothing about it, and they explained to him, says, call your insurance company and they know it and they'll give you the number. And if it's like 1 to something, you're okay, and if it's 2 or something, then you got something that needs taken care of. I don't know. So he called his company, went through, I don't know, 3 people, I think, and finally got to somebody that knew what they're talking about, because it was like over their head and they didn't know what he was talking about. So he talked to the person that he needed to talk to, and they said, yes, we know what that is, but we don't give it out to anybody. And he said, well, I need it in order to get hired at this job. They are recommended, they need it. They want me to have it before they can hire me on. So he says, if you're not going to do it, where can I go that will do it? And I'll change my insurance to another place. And they I don't know if they gave him anybody or not, but so he used good old AI Google thingy, was asking questions, and finally got some places to, and called around here and called around there, and he finally got it. Well, he don't got it. He finally got somebody who knows what he's talking about, and actually made sense when he asked questions to him. And it was a long, strung out, like 3 or 4 people from getting transferred. Like, finally found somebody that knows something. And he explained it to David, and David understood it, afterwards. He's like, well, it's for workman's comp if you get hurt on the job, or if your employees get hurt on a job, you'd be able to be covered with this DM something, whatever it is, DEM or DME, I don't know. And so, but the company, the TA Travel Plaza, they're wanting 3 years of this proof of your DM something before they can hire you. He's sitting there. I'm a solo person. I do everything all by myself. I don't need workman's comp. If I get hurt on a job, I just take care of it with my own money, blah, 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 And so he explained it to the guy on the insurance, and he said something about, or something, maybe it was Google, said something about a ghost thingy, and that he might be able to get one of those, and he can. He said he'll just make up a couple names as his ghost employees, and they can say he did this, and it's like, and he says it don't matter if you have this ghost employee thingy with the ghost paperwork, and as long as you pay for it and your insurance company got it, you turn it in and you got it. And it's like, I just keep telling him, why don't you just forget about that business, and because they are going downhill anyhow. So, but he's got his head set. He wants that place back, and he can do it. He's did it for years, 7 years, the whole thing. They have a huge lagoon that he mows all the way around it. Some guy was out there when he was mowing. Why he was out there, I don't know. But he came up to David and he says, "Hey, think I can come out here with my boat and go fishing?" And David goes, "If you want to. It's a lagoon." He's like, "Who wants to go fishing in a lagoon? All you're going to pull up is a turd, If that. Anyway, so I guess after he found out it was a lagoon, he decided he didn't want to do it. And then people that mowed last year never mowed the lagoon, and it was like just a mess. Excuse me. Then there's a dog place where you take your dog to go poop instead of letting it just poop all over the place. There's a place they specifically for the dogs to go potty waddy. Well, you take the dog over there. Well, someone took the gate off and left it on the ground or wherever they put it, and so it's just an open thingy. Looks like crap everywhere. And then David said he was just checking out the other day, and someone put it on half-assed, but they got it on there. And so he said he'd just take it off enough to mow, if he gets the job, to mow inside there, and then put the gate back on so the animals can be in a spot to go potty. Anyway, I hope he gets this job. I don't know about this DEM or DME or whatever it is for workman's comp. He's never had to have it before on any place he's worked. Even when he worked for companies like Shellers or Double D Mowing, they're companies, and he was just an employee. And he says, "Why am I giving all my money to this company when I can do it myself?" Because he would work for this one company. The boss's name was Mike. Anyway, they have him working, and if they mess up and they get someone calling them and say, "Hey, the people didn't get this part of the line, or whatever they screwed up on," they would get $1 knocked off their pay. If they did a whole week without having any problems, they get $1 raise that week, which is kind of terrible. To be treated like that. Well, my husband, he would work, and there's 2 people to a crew, and if he had like whoever he had, I don't know how many crews they had mowing, but he would him and his buddy, whoever it was, sometimes it was one person and sometimes it was another person. Anyway, when they're done, there's still time to work, and you're all done with all your work, and other people are slow pokes or not as good, and they'd say, "Go help that crew finish their list." So he'd go in there. Well, there's sometimes people that was set up to mow with him didn't do anything. Or one time, one of the people said, "I can't get away from the toilet because I got the runs, and I gotta stay close to the toilet." So he didn't come in. So David mowed and weed eated and whatever they had to do for their list of people got done, and then end out helping other teams finish theirs up, and he was doing it solo. He goes, why am I working solo, doing my work, plus my partner's work, plus helping other people who can't get theirs done, and giving the money to them? I can mow these, go get my own places, mow them, and have the money for myself. So that's what he's been doing for 7, maybe 8 years now. So why? You can't rely on other people. You got to do it. So why not own your own business and do it yourself? So that's what he's doing. And I am so proud of him. I mean, sometimes I don't understand the business he does. I mean, I know he makes the lawns look pretty wherever they're going. He does a good job. Leaves stripes, weed eats around curbs, around everything. Beautiful work. And if he'll give me a few pictures, maybe I can post some of those on the video. If not, then I guess not. Maybe I'll get him to show me video pictures, and I'll post them on another video after I have a chance to talk to him, because he's out mowing right now, and I'm trying to get videos done so I can post it for you guys. Anyway, I'll go ahead and go. I'll talk to him about getting some pictures, and if I can, I'll post some of his work, because he really is. And really, it's like they keep wanting him to come back. He's doing really well, and I guess remember, God does. And I forgot to tell you. Let me one moment here.